Hey, welcome, enjoying your blended family for a fun Friday to all the B fams out there. We are here on a fun Friday.
Don't turn it off. He'll stop.
Maybe. You never know. But we are going to have some fun today. And this is a topic that excites me a lot because, for one, I love traveling. Traveling is just awesome. And this is a way to travel when you can't travel, which is even awesomer.
And we love learning about other cultures. That's part of the traveling.
That is. We do love all cultures and all the beauty that there is. So there's just so much in this world, and it takes a lifetime to see it all if we just go to see it. And this is one way that helps us see it in a easy way. So excited to share this.
Yeah, it's such a big world. We have this world map like over here to the right of us, and when I'm looking at Randall, it's like the view behind him, and just that reminder of how small, like this little location that we are at, which Texas being a huge state, but in comparison to how big this world is. And there's so much to experience, and we can't experience all of it. I mean, if we could actually go on the amount of trips that we would like to go on, we would never be home. But we can do things like what we're going to be sharing with you today. And we have shared the same concept before, but our friends over at Travel Date Nights have done a little bit of a tweaking over the Christmas holidays into this new year, really guiding and honing in on the direction. And they got to take a really amazing trip.
Yeah, so we're so excited. We're going to share that. It's going to be really good. And then you're going to see how this can benefit you and your family. So you stay tuned. It's going to be amazing.
You're so cute.
We'll be right back.
All right. So our friends over at Travel Date Nights now are Take Me With You.
They rebranded, had a new vision, there's such a newness to this. And so they are now Take Me With You instead of Travel Date Nights. And man, let me tell you, their branding and everything is awesome.
Oh, the new box that we just got in, man, when I opened it up, I was so excited because they took we loved what was in the box. We've done it for several date nights now, and it's just top notch.
Yeah, Garrett and Mandy, they have just nailed this out of the park, and we love bringing you new things to do with your family because we always say when you do something new with your family, you create stronger memories, you create stronger bonds. And what more are we looking for in a blended family than to have fun together and connect more, right? We need more of those opportunities because that's what really brings us close and lets our family just blend so awesome together. And so we love sharing these new ideas, new concepts, and things that you may not do on the norm because this is what sticks out. So your everyday routines or your everyday dates that y'all have or whatever, to where it just kind of gets a little boring from time to time and it's nothing new. So it's just, you don't remember it as well. But whenever you're doing new things, man, I'm telling you, your kids, you're talking about this and laughing about it for years and years to come. And that's what we're looking for. And that's what Fun Fridays are about. So with Garrett and Mandy rebranding, it was like, man, what an amazing time to bring this back up, but then to share this idea, this concept that we got to do from it. And just that way you get a little taste, you get a little glimpse of what you are getting for you and your family and the exciting part about it. So it really is. It's
yeah.
You want to share?
And just so you know a little bit, like what they do is they choose a country and then every other month. So you get this box and then it has so much packed into it, but you pull out and do what you want from it. So you could have date nights for that 2 months if you picked like little pieces from it. and really just embrace the culture of that country. And so this time, and which I think is like part of their plan of the Take Me With You, is as they're learning and experiencing, they're sharing that with us, and then we're learning and experiencing too. And so we're taking what we've learned and experienced and sharing it with you so that you have the opportunity to go get you a box and do the same thing. So they traveled to Japan, and then they have created this box which went perfectly with our family theme, because for Christmas this year we did a Japanese style Christmas and just took some of the things that they do in Japan for the holidays and incorporated it and made some new memories and traditions in our family. And just some fun stuff came out of that. So when I saw that they were doing the Japan box, I thought this is perfect, because we're really big on picking things that are common interests that align with what your kids are into. And our kids may not be completely about learning other cultures or, doing a travel box, but what they do love is some Japan.
They do. And it's very, they gravitate towards it because of Japanimation, anime, things of that nature. They love that, and they love just the culture. I think you got the K-pop and all that. All that style. They are just big into that, and so that's really cool. And so whenever we love learning about other countries and their cultures. We love celebrating everyone's differences and just kind of taking some of the beauty that's there, right, in these different countries. And so, for Christmas, we gave them several options of countries, and the majority was Japan. So we did that, and this box came out, and it's like, all right, well, this is what's so cool about this box is you order it, right, and it's not expensive at all, but like you were saying, you can get so many different dates out of it. Don't just use it once. There's so much into it that you can just really take it and just, have a lot of fun with it. But we got the box, and when we saw it was Japan, it's like, okay, this isn't just going to be a you and I, babe, but we're gonna have the whole family involved in this. And we had our birthdays coming up, or your birthdays coming up. So it's like we have our birthdays back to back to back, basically, except for me. So we got like Scarlett's is, so it's the beginning of February, and then Riley Raines is the week after, and then 2 weeks after is our oldest Riley, and then a week after is Devin's. So it's like we got 4 birthdays, and now we got Teresa in there, and she's
our daughter-in-law is
she's in there now. We got 5 birthdays, so all this right after Christmas. I know. I hope you are feeling for me. But so it's a lot of birthdays, and so we were doing a big birthday party for Scarlett, and we wanted to incorporate this box into it because we knew our kids were going to be coming over and sharing in the festivities. So we did. And this is one to where I always ask Scarlett, well, not always, but a lot of times I'll be like, so babe, what do you want to do for your birthday this year? What does this birthday look like for you? That way I can get a feel for, does she want it big? Does she want it small? Does she want me to run with it? Does she want to run with it? And just kind of feel her out.
I told him this year, I got this, babe.
She's like, I got this. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, I got to do something. And she's like, I got this. And this is my jam. I want to do this box. And it really excites her to do these things. So she loves heading it up. And so that's kind of what she did. She took the reins on this one.
Yeah. So just to give you an idea of like the things that you can do. And again, we were having a day celebration, and I picked out the parts that I thought the kids would enjoy the most, and then set up little stations. So one of our tables had this art process, which I would totally butcher what it's called.
Oh, no, we're going to butcher it.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, here we go. So this was one of the suggestions that came in the box, and it kind of had some, it had the utensils and things like that, right, to be able to do this. But it is the art of Japanese printmaking called mokianga and ikiyohi.
Good job.
Ikiyohi. So it was really cool to where you make these designs, right? And it's like this little carving in this pad. So she'd set up that station.
Well, and they took like what is a Japanese cultural traditional art making here, this Japanese printmaking, which is a very complex thing, and they created it in a way that was doable for us. And then they have a video that you can watch that shows you, there's a video that shows you the actual like Japanese part of how they do it, and then a simpler version of what that looks like for us using the kit that they had for us. So having us just sit around and try to work this out and figure it out, and just working together. My kids are our kids, I just own them all right there.
Yeah, you just took all of our kids from me right there.
They're very artsy, and so this is something that does come a little more natural to them. So us to be able to experience that together. Now we are all a little ADHD too, and so sticking with something long enough, we struggled with there for a bit. We needed Randall to like really come in and, hey, tell us what to do here. But he was busy cooking some egg rolls.
I was doing some egg rolls and all kinds of stuff. But the cool thing with this is they've got all the printouts, the how-tos, the everything spelled out for you. Then they got QR codes that lead you to videos, certain videos to watch. So it's really neat how it's all put together.
Yeah, and they provide
kind of walks you through
basically
the info.
with this box, I don't think there was anything really that we needed out of it. And that's what I thought was just really incredible with the rebranding, how much just quality that came in it. But there's we had an origami table section.
Origami.
Where it had Japanese step
paper folding.
Oh, there you go. You wanted to keep reading. I'll let you.
That's all I was saying.
All right. And there's a difference.
Origami.
Like the
I was waiting until you started talking, then I was saying it.
The Japanese printmaking, the makuhanga, I'm not going to say it all.
Makuhanga and ikiohi.
It has the estimated time on there, like an hour and a half to 2 hours. So that gives you an idea, like, do we do this tonight? Do we wait and do this on the weekend? But then like the origami has on there that it takes 5 to 10 minutes to fold these papers, and it comes with all these different prints, and so everybody can be working on that. And then they have an end product as well. And it's just that when you have something like that, you're working on a step by step, and you're sitting around a table where you're having that shoulder to shoulder conversation with each other while you're sitting around working on a project.
And they also had like they had like probably the world's smallest origami made. Like it was like a swan or a bird or something like that. And I'm like, how does somebody do that? Like they had to have been doing it with tweezers or something, because it was really small.
Our son is like, there's no way this was man-made. And I don't know for sure. This was like a gift from Mandy and Garrett from their trip that they went, and they bought these little things to give back to us. But they were the most adorable things. And I just happened to have enough that I was able to let each of my kids pick one and take it with you, because they're really into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so it was real neat. And then the other cool thing that comes with this is they give you snacks from that area. Mm-hmm. So we had snacks and everything that you can eat.
These little like tiny crystal looking candies.
So you get like a taste of Japan, mm-hmm. and then they give you food recommendations that you can cook. And you get recipes, things of that, so you can take that, or you can do your own. Like we sat there and we kind of did our own thing as well with the kids. We knew, sushi and things like that is something that's kind of big.
I had been really wanting to do like a sushi date night. So I wanted to incorporate that in there as well, because I had been wanting these sushi making kits, and I had ordered that to go along with it, to go with this whole theme. And so I bought the stuff for him and I to make the recommended meal, which they talk about in their little, they call this the magazine, I think, in there, about how much they love this food. Let me see if I can find. And so I can't wait till we get to, you want to try to pronounce that?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm all about this. Okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki.
And
there it is.
Their family, while they were there in Japan, like really enjoyed it. And then they've come home and they've been working on perfecting it for themselves. But since we were going to have a large crowd, I decided the sushi thing would be a little bit easier, and then some homemade ramen to go along that. And then we had some appetizer egg rolls and stuff. But it was a lot of fun to be able to just take the concept too and to let that spark other ideas that go along with it. And we had so much fun making the sushi together. And now I can make sushi whenever I feel like it.
I mean, there you go. She's just a sushi making.
I'm just pumped that I can do it on my
machine
own.
Here. But that, and that's kind of what we're saying with this is you get a lot of different options, especially food recipes, things like that. So you can do another date later to where you're just doing that. I'm really looking forward to trying some of this food. Yes. We do. We love experiencing that and trying new things.
Yeah, and it comes with like Spotify playlists. So you're listening to music from the culture. They're giving you like YouTube videos to learn more. It comes with like fun facts or other activities. One of the things that I recently now know what it is and have experienced, and that is forest bathing.
Oh, and we will explain that one in just a minute. It's time to have some more blended family fun. Yeah, are you ready?
What was that?
I've been really working on this song. What do you think?
Sure. It's great, babe.
Well, it goes along with how to enjoy your blended family. The 5 dates to discover fun in your step family, the greatest thing since sliced bread for blended families.
Okay, I get it now. I feel your excitement. But why don't you tell them about it instead of singing it to them?
Wow. Okay, shut me down. Why don't you? All right, let me try. When you have more fun together, you see less blended family drama. But we can get so caught up in life and problems that we miss out on really enjoying our family. So we'll walk you through 5 dates where you'll discover more fun your family loves and have a great plan to keep it going. How's that?
Pretty good. Short and sweet. I know that got them way more excited about all the fun possibilities they can experience with their family than your song did.
What? Seriously?
Well, you could have also told them that it not only creates more fun in their whole family doing this, but it also adds more fun in their marriage and gives them new ways to connect with their kids individually. It's also great for building that step-parent relationship. You could have said all that too.
I don't think you really appreciated all the work that I put in on that song.
Anyways, How to Enjoy Your Blended Family, 5 Dates to Discover Fun in Your Step Family is available for you today. Discover more fun and you'll see less problems. The link to get started is in the show notes of this episode.
Have more fun with your blended family and go on these 5 dates today. You'll be so glad you did. Yeah, yeah.
Really? You had to go there again. Let's get back to this episode. All right, so
Forest bathing.
Forest bathing.
Forest bathing. Hold on. Before you tell everyone what forest bathing is, I want you, listener, to imagine. I want you to have what you think forest bathing is. Close your eyes and just have what you think forest bathing means. Got it? Okay, so tell us what forest bathing is and see who got it right.
Well, it's probably not. I did not go into the forest and take a bath. That's what it is not. But the Japanese culture is all about that zen, right? And like getting to that just like
that peaceful
state. And different cultures, different beliefs and stuff. And here we are Christians and we know where our Christian belief, our peace comes from. But we have these opportunities to forest bathe and find that peace.
Forest bathing.
So what you do is
Is anyone else head in the gutter on that one? I know we could really take this. I think we should have like our definition of forest bathing, what we think that is, and just have like a running list. That would be really funny.
That would be funny.
That would
I would like
be
to
really
see, or
funny.
people just go
Probably
do what they
pretty-
think forest bathing is and see if you get in some trouble with the law.
Don't do anything against the law.
But forest bathing is just going out into a wooded area, a forest, a jungle, wherever, where you can find some solitude and some quiet. And basically, you're getting in tune with your five senses. So you're getting quiet and still. You're finding a place that doesn't have any traffic, and you're listening to the sounds that you hear. You're looking around and you're experiencing, basically you're becoming present where you're at. And this is a thing that we as a society and we as a couple and in our family have had a hard time with, is just being present and enjoying the moment, which is where our business stemmed from, was learning to enjoy the moment. So you go out into the woods and the forest and you just be present where you're at. You're looking at the things that you notice around you. You're listening for the things. What smells do you experience? In some situations, what do you taste? Oh,
that smells funky.
I didn't taste anything in the forest, but if you're in an area where there is food that is growing, being able to taste the forest, to touch.
Maybe the air is thick and you're tasting the air.
Maybe so.
Oh,
that is true.
Yeah.
But then being able to feel and touch the things that are around you. If you can, take your shoes off, let your feet touch the fresh grass. It's just taking it all in with no real objective in mind except being in the moment.
In the moment. There it is. So that is forest bathing. Now, this is one that you kind of did solo with our grandbaby.
Yes, so I have the grandbaby a lot of days out of the week, and I was so excited about forest bathing that I said, you know what, baby bye, we're going forest bathing today. And so I packed us a bag, and we went and we hiked out into the wooded area. We didn't go too far off the pathway though, and we found a quiet spot and we sat down, and I just kind of walked her through the process as well, and just sat there. And it was like a storm was coming, and so the birds were just intense, and there was red cardinals. I mean, probably more than I've ever counted when I've been in that area, just all over, pointing those out to her. It was just one of those moments to be able to experience it with other people. So it's not just a solo thing, but being able to explain this process to your kids and then taking them out on a hike and then finding a spot and just trying to find some solitude in that moment. These are the things, guys, these are the things that when you experience it with your family, they're going to look back and say, oh yeah, like you didn't know what forest bathing was. Most people, I'm assuming, don't. We didn't. Now we're exposed to it, so now we expose our children to it. So when you're exposed to things, then you can do other stuff outside of our normal routine. And those are the things that are creating those memories. And doing stuff like Take Me With You Box gives you these opportunities. It gives you the ability to learn about other cultures and do some things. Even if you can't ever go travel to Japan, which our family discussed on my birthday that it is something we all want to do, you get to experience here where you're at. But Mandy and Garrett also give you information to plan and prepare for that trip. They even have a thing where they like teach you, okay, here's the best way to make this happen for your family. Here's the things you need to know. Here's some common phrases to use and to start learning and practicing, and just some fun Japanese facts. Like, it's so rich with stuff inside the box that you're really going to enjoy it.
You really will. And maybe traveling's never been your thing, but this kind of opens you up to decide, hey, would this be a place I would like to go and visit? So you're kind of learning and seeing different things. And when I say learning, this isn't like classroom boring stuff. This is exciting stuff. You're learning some really cool things, and then you're getting exposed to it, and you're, something outside your norm. And what a way to even teach your kids something that's outside of yourself, and to be able to show them that, hey, not everyone lives the way that you live. Sometimes that's hard to teach them, or hard for them to be able to understand, and being able to do things like this helps expose your kids at any age to travel, or to just different cultures and stuff that are out there, and help to show them that, hey, there's beauty out there in this world, and there's beautiful people, and we all see the negatives all the time, but this is a way to actually focus on the beauty of it.
Well, and it reflects our blended family, right, as well, where you're taking these different families, these different ways of doing things, and sometimes we can focus on the different being bad, but it shows us that there's difference all around us in the world, and difference isn't bad. It's just different, and it can actually be good to be able to have some of these different ways of doing things, because we learn and we grow in that process. And so the last thing I want to leave us with is this art process that they do in Japan. I'm letting Randall pronounce all of the hard things.
I got the hard words, but I love that image. Before you get into that, I love that image though, that we are all one big blended family, right? We are a blended family world. And that's really cool when we think about it, because we are all different, we are all unique, but yet we are all in this world together.
And celebrating those things.
And celebrating the different, learning to celebrate those differences, and accepting each other for them, and just seeing the beauty in it. So, wow, that's a great blended family image.
A little analogy. Which,
love that.
Which I was kind of pulling from, and this little article that they had inside of the magazine, this beauty in a broken world. And so I'm not going to read the whole thing here, but I just want to summarize it for you, of this art process that they have there. And they go to talk about, we do have a lot of crazy things going on in the world around us. We've got a lot of crazy things going on in our own home, like country, and in our own state, and in our own family. There's a lot of brokenness. There's a lot of heartache. There's, with the struggles that the society is dealing with now, striving for perfection, and the anxiety and the depression that comes along with that, trying to perform and live up to this idea of beauty. And so this art process that they go through is they take these broken pieces and they restore them in a way. What was that? The word that the lacquer that they're using. And so they take the brokenness and they put it together using this lacquer. And then that lacquer is like getting in between the grooves and the scars of whatever it is on this like teacup that is broken. And then they take this gold and they use this gold paint to trace over the broken places on this cup to make it into this new, unique, beautiful thing. And so Monday's episode had come out, and we were talking about letting go of the resentment that we have that our family is not normal, right? Or it's not what we think we expected it to be. And we start to have this bitterness and this resentment that comes in because we thought things should look this way and then they don't. And this article, the way it portrays how we all are these brokenness. We're all on this path individually of figuring things out and broken pieces, but then coming together as a family and putting these things together and using that lacquer to hold us together, and then taking that gold paint and tracing over those once broken pieces and making it into something beautiful was just like, oh, man, what an example of a blended family. And if we can celebrate that, if we could take all of our differences or what we define as broken inside of our family and we put it together, and the way they explain, like once you put it together, it cannot be removed, is the way it explains this lacquer process, and that they all have to be put together at the same time. And that's what happens in our families. We come together in this moment, and a lot of times we want to see that in a negative way, but when we can experience the beauty of it, it's so good.
And what a perfect way, just kind of wrapping that up, that that's from Japanese culture. We would not have seen that or known that had we not experienced this. And it's so, not only do we get to experience different cultures and stuff, but we all get to learn from each other. And we all get to pull creativity from each other, and it's so unique and it's so cool, and it just really exposes all of us to more beauty in the world, which I think we could all use more of, right? So it really is such a great thing. We had so much fun. And like I said, there's so much to do in it that we can't do it all in one setting. And so we look forward to, and I think that's kind of why they do it every other month. They'll come out with something because it gives you time to really digest that and just throw that into the mix of all the other things that you're doing. You can pick and choose, or you can go through all of it and, whatever you want to do, but it's just really cool. Great idea, great concept. We love what they're doing because we see the benefits that it brings to a family, and just the experience, the new experiences, I think is what really attracts us to that. It does us in many ways because we are travelers and things like that. So, but just the uniqueness and the newness in it, at how much it will bless your family by doing things like this. So that's why we wanted to bring this to your attention. Like I said, our Fun Fridays are always about bringing new things for you and your family to try to do. Some of it's free, some of it you may have to pay a little bit for it, some of it you may have to pay a lot for. It depends on
but really
what it is.
mean, compared to what you would pay going out for a movie and dinner, it's way cheaper. It's probably half the price of that.
This is cheaper than going out to dinner with your family. That's the cool thing about it.
And you get $5 off if you use the code BFAM.
Yep. If BFAM, all caps, BFAM. If you use that, we'll put that link in the show notes. And just use that promo code and you'll get $5 off, because we loved them so much and we've actually had them on the podcast before. And they're such great people, great hearts. We consider them friends and just love connecting with them. But personally, just love what they're doing. And we've gotten to do multiple of their date boxes before, and we've had a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of them still stick out to us and what we've done. So try them out. That's why we've connected with them, and get $5 off. Use that promo code, and y'all try this out with your family. And I'm guarantee y'all will walk away having a lot of fun and a lot of new experiences, which will bring you closer together. So good stuff, man. Take me with you. Take me with you, babe. Take me with you.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do this. All right. So that was Japan, and we will see you next episode. Did you know that Japan in Spanish is Japón? Japón.
He's been learning his Spanish a lot.
I have
lately.
been. And when I saw Japan, I went, Japón.
He did. I was like, hop on what?
And
That's what I thought. He came in the kitchen. He's like, hop on. And I'm like, hop on what?
I don't know why whenever I do those things, I feel like I got to have like a deep voice, hop on, and more forceful. I don't know. It's just really weird. So I don't know.
Did you know that I've actually been to Japan before?
Yeah, I did know that. She actually has. She did a missions trip to Japan. Yes. So that was pretty cool. A lot of stories to tell on that one. Yeah. So one day I'll get to go to Japan, and then we'll both have gone to Japan, and we'll have some really cool experiences. So, man, there's so many places I want to go to. So many places.
Yes,
but listen,
take me with you.
We love you guys, and we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Later.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope this episode has been a blessing and encouraged your family journey.
Make sure you stay connected with us and join our weekly Blended Family newsletter. We send an email out every Friday morning full of support and encouragement.
And when you join, we also want to give you a free gift. So go get yours today. The link is in the show notes below.
Have an amazing day. Remember to enjoy the journey with your blended family, and we'll see you on the next episode.